okay, let me not say probably liked, the higher ups of the higher ups who probably had vested interest in pedophilic behavior. I don't even know if pedophilic is a word, child, but you know what I mean. Whatever. The higher ups of the higher ups said, y'all can't pass no bill saying we can't do that. Sup guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I have a little bit of a different type of video for y'all. As you can see, my hair is looking busted. So I'm about to take my hair down, and I decided let me get on camera while I do that and have a little bit of a chit chat with you guys. The topic that I want to discuss is something that I recently came across on this Facebook group that I'm a part of. Now, quick disclaimer, okay? You can believe what you want to believe. I strongly advocate free will, but God darn it, right is right and wrong is wrong, man. Like, I'm just going to give you a quick run through of what the article that I saw on Facebook said. The article basically went on to detail that Iran passed a law that men can marry their adopted daughters. Let me just put that in, adopted daughters. Some people were going on and on that website about, oh, it's incest, it's this, it's that, blah, blah, blah. Like, their main premise on it was like, oh, they're encouraging incest. Now, me, honestly, might be an unpopular opinion. It's not incest. It's not. Because if she's adopted, she's not your blood. So, it's not really incest. Okay? Now, the fact that she might be 10 and 9, like that article said, that's what I have the issue with. Okay? I get it. When your belief is a certain thing, your belief system is set up a certain way, and your entire life and all your decisions are made with reference to that belief system. I'm a Christian. Like, everything I do, it's in reference to the Bible and the Word of God and stuff like that. I'm not gonna go in the middle of the street and bust it down, because according to my belief system, that ain't cool. Okay? So I guess for them, arranged marriages and getting married when they're like 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 is cool according to their belief system. But my thing is, like, no matter what you believe, like, you gotta protect, like, kids and old people, man. Like, kids and old people are off limits. Like, no matter what you believe, kids and old people need to be off. What's wrong with this stupid thing? Ugh. So, going from my perspective on this topic, I do not agree with the people crying incest, because it's not. But I'm crying, is this legalizing pedophilia? Is this creating an open market for pedophiles to legally obtain their prey? Because if you're saying that these men can marry their adopted children, let's examine if adoption rates in your country suddenly starts going up. Okay? That's what we need to be checking, boo. And the thing is, they are trying to say that it's basically all in the name of, I'm talking and I'm not even undoing my hair. That's how triggered I am, I guess. Yeah, so they're putting it under the blanket of, this is a way of protecting parentless children. Their words, not mine. They're protecting basically orphans in this way. Like, I guess with the things that go on in the culture, maybe with like abuse and stuff of children, they're trying to say like, oh, if she's adopted and she's safe in that environment, like the father has the right to marry her in order to keep her safe and not let some outside dude come and do. But I mean, if daddy's gonna do the do anyway, then what's your point? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just read from this other article that I read. So basically this has been going on since 2013, and so I'm just gonna read what it says. It says,
in mid-February 2013, an act was passed by the Parliament on protection of children and adolescents with no guardian. In the original act approved by the Parliament, marriage between adopted children and their parents was completely banned, and it stated that if a foster parent decided to marry his or her adopted child, custody of the child would be taken away from the foster parent.
so basically there was no law set up in Iran to like stop daddies and mommies from marrying adopted baby. And apparently it was so rampant that they had to create a law to say, hey, y'all can't do that. Don't do that. But I guess the higher ups of the higher ups who probably liked I'm back. Okay, let me not say probably liked. The higher ups of the higher ups who probably had vested interest in pedophilic behavior. I don't even know if pedophilic is a word, child, but you know what I mean. Whatever. The higher ups of the higher ups said, y'all can't pass no bill saying we can't do that. Y'all can't say we can't do that. Furthermore, they basically came back at that saying, listen, okay, y'all world people say that we can't do it, but our Muslim law, which is higher than y'all regular law in this country, says that we can. So you can't pass that law saying that we can't. Then the Guardian Council, which is the higher up of the higher ups, they claimed that the bill was against Sharia, which is Muslim law, and returned it to Parliament. So when they submitted it saying you can't do that, they say take that back, boo. We gonna do that. Because the Guardian Council denied the bill, which wanted an official ban on this type of marriage, Parliament modified the original bill so that marriage between foster parents and their adoptive children could take place. However, only if it were approved by a judge, if it were requested by the state welfare organization and approved by the court. So, like, the only cop-out the people with sense had was to say, okay, y'all can do this, but y'all gotta jump through several hoops before you can do it. But my thing is, if the higher-ups of the higher-ups could have shoved your bill back in your face, what makes you think they're gonna have to jump through those hoops? But now that there's a law in place, my fear is this a way of legalizing pedophilia, or at the very least justifying it via religion? I mean, please don't get me wrong, I desperately do not want to come against anybody's religion. I don't know anything about the people's religion. I never even saw what a Quran looks like in my life. I can't tell you the color of the book. I don't know. Okay? I don't know. I guess for me, it's kind of hard to put the two together in my mind. Like, under what circumstances, no matter what, would you have to marry your daughter? Okay, it's an orphan. You adopted her. She's your child living in your home now. So isn't she protected in that way? You don't have to marry her. Like, you don't have to give her away in marriage. You can keep her in your house if you're so scared of bad things happening to her by bad men. Like, do you have to marry her in order to make her inaccessible by said bad men? And then, correct me if I'm wrong, but if the marriages are arranged, won't you as the father in essence be responsible for vetting these men that come for your daughter to ascertain whether or not they're bad men or not, like if their intentions are good or not? So like, where does the notion of I have to marry this kid in order to protect her come in? Like, where does that come in? Because like, I don't see it. Like, because first of all, it's one thing that marriages at like such a young age is permitted, not only in Iran, but I know lots of African countries, like girls get married at an extremely young age, and in most cases against their will. Growing up with a specific type of ideology being basically banged in your head, being surrounded by it visually, and you can be desensitized to certain things. But from my experience as like becoming a mother and stuff like that, like once you have kids, even if certain things were the norm, when you have your own kids, you're like, you start side-eyeing things. And of course, in most of these countries and most of these cultures, like the man is the head of the household, and some of these cultures are very strict when it comes to the hierarchy of the family dynamic, where the women can't say nothing, the husband makes the decisions. But as a mother, like, doesn't your gut cringe at the thought of, yo, when this happened to me, I didn't like it, and it's about to happen to my daughter. Like, how can I protect her? Like, doesn't that go through your minds? Like, I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place, because I feel for them, but I'm still all for not infringing on people's rights. But when your right infringes on another person's right, basically in 2017, records show that 17% of girls were married before the age of 18. According to a member of the Judicial and Legal Commission of the Iranian Parliament, thousands of children, not teenagers, not 15, 18-year-olds, children get married unofficially without registration. And in many cases, even in the official records, they lie about the girl's age. And in actuality, most of these kids get married as young as 9 years old. 9 years old? 9 years old. When I was 9, I just wanted a Barbie doll for Christmas, and you old geezers are marrying 9-year-old girls. Like, what are you doing with a 9-year-old, sir? Like, sir, someone needs to step in and prevent children, little girls, from becoming brides. Yeah, they put it in the way that about women wanting to marry their sons and blah blah blah. First of all, in these exceedingly subservient countries, a woman can even fix her mouth to say she wants to marry her son without being knocked the heck out. Don't play that. Yeah, basically, Stop marrying kids, stop touching little kids. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you like these videos where I basically take different news articles and stuff and give my opinion on it, subscribe to my channel. And of course, leave a comment down below saying more please, so I can know that you like this type of content. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Until next time, guys. Bye.